Hello, Tellarite and Andorians alike, and welcome back to another retro Let's Play of Star Trek 25th Anniversary. I'm Cousin Cheeto Plus Gaming, and we're going to get into it. This mission is called Devil's Own Moon, I think. Oh, that old Devil Moon. And so we have to go to, I believe it's Alpha Proxima, which I have to find that place on the star map because this game came with a map, and without the map, you can't find things. Well, guess what? This game does not come with a map. Unless I haven't downloaded the manual. It might be in the manual, but still. There we go. Alpha Proxima is down here. I think it is this one right here. So let's head to Alpha Proxima. I believe we are at Alpha Proxima. I'll get a passive find it here in a second. I'm just bringing something up here. Let's hit the orbit.
Okay. Entering standard orbit.
Thank you, Mr. Sulu. Alright, so there's a couple key phrases that we have to look up.
A sensor scan of Psi reveals surface features consistent with damage left by a nuclear attack. It would seem to have been a target during Proxima's war.
Psi rained fury down on the planet and then left on a dance of victory. A missile base, Captain?
It would seem to make sense.
Captain, I just monitored a narrow beam message from Scythe to Proxima 3. I don't have it all. I just caught a bit of the initial burst. I'm attempting a translation, but it appears to be a computer code.
Any response from the planet?
The Proxtrites will not have the equipment necessary to understand and reply to that code for another 25.6 years at their present rate of development.
Oh. Okay, so let's...
Scythe, a large asteroid in an elliptical orbit in the Alpha Proxima system. Spectral analysis of its composition indicates that it has minimal atmosphere and that it was once a moon of the planet Proxtra, hurled out of its orbit by a catastrophe. The 17th letter of the Lucre alphabet is named Scythe, probably not by coincidence. Lucres, one of the two ancient cultures of Proxtra, see Soths. The Lucres believed that a man who made the most of his ability was a god. Their individualism put themselves at odds with the communitarianism of the Soths. The Lucres used base 3. Their organization was based on units of 3, making up sets of 99. The number 99 was known to have religious importance to them. Soths, one of the two ancient races of Proxtray. They lived in a highly advanced culture that valued the community ahead of the individual, which put them in conflict with the Lucres. The Sophs used base 4 in their mathematics, and their organization was based on units of 4 to make up sets of 100.
Coordinate sets of 100.
Base 3. The mathematical basis for the Lucre culture. There are 3 numbers in base 3, 0, 1, and 2. Thus 3 in base 3 is 1, 0. 4 is 1, 1. 5 is 1, 2. 6 is 2, 0. 9 is 1, 0, 0. 17 is 1, 2, 2. And 99 is 1, 0, 2, 0, 0.
I feel like that's important because 99 has a religious significance, so...
Base 4. The mathematical basis for the Sophs culture. There are 4 numbers in base 4. 0, 1, 2, and 3. Thus 4 in base 4 is 1, 0. 7 is 1, 3. 8 is 2, 0. 12 is 3, 0. And 16 is 1, 0, 0.
Okay, I mean, I guess. Let's see what happens when I do this.
Klingons. A humanoid life form
It'd be
that
interesting to
has
go through
used
this entire
genetic
database.
manipulation to stratify their population. Their homeworld is Kling. Klingon's culture is based on the principle of survival of the fittest, either through guile or physical force. Principles of honor are used to prevent the culture from killing itself completely, but these principles are extended outside their species only to non-Klingons who have proved themselves in battle. Negotiations over planets in the disputed area have been slowly advancing, hindered by recent Klingon technological exchanges with the Romulans. The Klingon Empire itself is economically backward and poorly organized, but their military force is extremely formidable.
I could sit here and just type stuff in for like ever, but let's move on with the mission. Okay. So we'll save.
Save new game. Replace previous.
Spock, come with me. Mr. Scott, you have the con.
Isn't that the same for everything? Ooh.
Captain, Mr. Scott wishes to speak with you.
Mr. Scott,
Aye, we've had some slight problems with the transporters.
we didn't notice anything beaming down.
Just a glitch in the main transporter program. Mr. Kyle is loading a backup and we're performing tests. The transporters will be down for about an hour.
That will still give us plenty of time, Scotty.
I know. I have the lads in engineering doing a complete overhaul of the ship's systems.
Good, Mr. Scott. I'll keep you posted. Kirk out.
This looks like a heavy-duty security door built into the side of a hill on this moon. These stones look like faces.
These stones resemble those on Earth, on Easter Island. Stone monoliths of faces are a common artistic expression in evolving cultures.
Like the faces on Vandu, too. Even the animal face art of the Orion post-decadence movement is similar.
I never realized the Orions ever got past decadence. They hadn't the last time I was there.
Oh, thank you, Angelus36 for following. I appreciate it. If you have any questions or want to chat, just let me know. Okay, so we have the faces. Is there anything else here we can look at? Let's do some scanning.
As expected, Captain, the source of power emanations lies beyond that door.
A power source that has lasted millennia and endured major catastrophes. That's fascinating, Mr. Spock.
Do you have Vulcan blood, Ensign?
No, sir.
Yeah, because Mr. McCoy, or Dr. McCoy's racist, so he would not like that at all.
Large quantities of atmosphere are being circulated through these rocks. I would guess there are storage units within this satellite which are constantly replacing the atmosphere that is lost because of this moon's weak gravity.
Which means that this moon might still be inhabited, Mr. Spock.
We have detected no signs of life, Captain, but the possibility does exist.
You retrieve a rock.
Great. Retrieved a rock. Can I...
You fail to obtain anything.
Oh, okay.
You retrieve a rock.
Oh, great. I grabbed another rock. That's fantastic. Okay. Let's take a look at the door. Dude, it sounds like somebody's moaning. Greetings from Germany. Like Star Trek.
What is it, Scott?
And point and click. Good combination. So what kind of games do you play?
Our phasers and tractor beams have been disabled.
1 second. Now what?
We're getting them back in 3 hours.
There goes our backup plan. Do what you can, Mr. Scott.
Aye, I will, Captain. I may yet have a trick or two that I can pull, but don't count on any miracles.
Isolate that virus. That's your #1 priority.
That it is, Captain. We'll keep you informed. Scott out.
I mostly play... I mean, I like to play retro games. I love Star Trek. I play modern games. I play a plethora of things. If you go to our YouTube channel of the same name over here, Milquetoast Gaming, you'll see all of my... and actually some of my family's Let's Plays on here. I mean, as I said, right now, I'm playing Horizon Forbidden West, Star Trek 25th Anniversary. I'm playing Oxygen Not Included, and Wing Commander Privateer. And like I'm doing all of Wing Commander. I started at 1, and I'm going all the way up through. I'm right now on Privateer, so I've gone through 1, 2, Academy, and then which Academy was just a couple parts of people giving me scenarios to play out, and then it was quite funny actually. And I just started playing this recently because I got it. And I love Star Trek, so I figured I would go back and play this little gem. You know, some of my other family members will be on there. You'll see my girlfriend, she loves to play Resident Evil and like Tomb Raider. She's not a huge gamer, but she definitely gets into it. She likes like Tomb Raider and Resident Evil and stuff like that. My son is really into like kid games like Luigi's Mansion. He's played some Ghostbusters. He's played some Super Mario Odyssey on here. For you know the other stupid stuff that kids play: Fortnite, Minecraft, Roadblocks, stuff like that. So yeah, we got a plethora on our channel. You'll see a lot going on around here. But anyway, yeah, if you have any questions or anything, please let me know. Okay, so what do we got here?
It looks like some sort of display panel. This is a keypad that looks functional. This heavy-duty door has taken numerous micrometeorite strikes but still appears solid.
Spock, see what you can do with that lock.
Just code? I think it's that. Nice.
That worked. I see you deduced that 10200 in the Lucre's base 3
notice that.
was
That's
equal
why I
to
picked
their
it.
sacred number 99.
Report, Scotty. How are things going?
About as badly as a killed in a blast furnace, Captain.
Killed in a
Wait a
blast
minute.
furnace.
Lieutenant Uhura has some news for you.
The virus came from our sensor sweep of the moon's computers. We believe we have analyzed the memory sectors it attacked.
Well done, Uhura.
I wish I could take credit for it. It was Mr. Kyle who found the pattern. We are attacking it with antivirus programs.
Computer science sounds more like medicine every day.
If we had a doctor as good with computers as you are with patients, we'd be having a lot fewer problems.
Finally, someone who appreciates me.
Keep working at it, Uhura. Kirk out.
You know, I do like the little, like, back and forth between all these guys. Alright, what do we got in here? No, not talk. Look.
A keypad in Base 3.
Base 3?
A computer terminal. Each word in the Lucre language has 3 aspects: submissive, neutral, and aggressive, to supply connotation to their language.
Okay, sounds like 10C to me.
The door has some strange writing on it.
This door is similar to the one on the outside of the secure lock, except that it has not weathered over the years. Electrical panels indicate the keypad on the right controls the door.
Okay, I deduced that, Mr. Spock. Thank you so much for...
Nothing to report, Captain.
Spock, see what you can do with it.
The console reports the following. Welcome to Orbital Missile Base. Codename, Scythe. This base has been operational for the past week. It has completed 1 successful fire mission. Estimation of success is at 22 over 100.
22%? That's very low. Hardly something to brag about.
Doctor, in Base 3, 22 divided by 100 is equivalent to 8 out of 9, or 88%.
Oh.
I would think that quite satisfactory, given this base's probable mission of destroying the soft forces on Proxtree.
It says the base has been operational for a week, but this has been here for 1,000 years.
If the Lucres built this base with a clock that told the time by measuring the moon's rotational speed, or the gravitational forces generated by Proxtree and the sun, the computer may have calculated only a week of time has passed since its first action. I might be able to learn more with another look at the console. There is a substantial amount of data here, but in summary, Scythe was created by the Lucres as a launching platform for missiles to keep the Softs subjugated to their influence.
Oh.
The Softs managed to infiltrate the base. However, their actions triggered Scythe's auto-attack mechanisms and initiated a holocaust that nearly annihilated the planet. One soft strike did, in fact, hit the moon and deflected it from its orbit. It has been dormant since then.
So why has the base been activated again?
Given the damage to the moon, its slow rotation and orbit, it has never realized the war is over. On this pass, for the first time, it has detected radio wave transmissions from Proxtree. Because it does not recognize them, it assumes the Softs are still active. Its transmission to the planet, I would assume, was some sort of a check beacon to see if it should continue its mission.
Jim, let's return to the ship and blast this place to destroy its weapons.
Doctor, this moon is a god to the people down there. If we destroy it, we will violate the Prime Directive.
Yeah, get him,
Spock
Mr.
is
Spock.
right, Bones. Spock, what are the chances that we could decode the transmission and send a stop code to the base?
In trinary or decimal?
Spock!
1.327 million to 1, provided the archaeological studies about Lucre's languages are correct. Our other option is to get into this base and see if we can bring the computers down.
Okay.
Spock, see what you can do with it.
The console reports, welcome to Orbital Missile Base.
22.
Doctor, in...
It says
If the Luke... There is a soft map, one soft...
So why is the base...
Given the dam... Because it's trans...
Jim, let's...
Doctor, this moon...
Spock is...
In trin...
Spock!
1 point...
Spock, see what you can do with that lock.
Uh, 10200?
That did not work, Captain. It is probable this lock also uses a number of some significance.
Okay, so I wrote down
Spock, see what you can...
012.
That did not work, Captain. It is probable this lock also uses a number of some significance. My tricorder is picking up large supplies of frozen oxygen, nitrogen, and carbon dioxide beneath the surface, enough to last many centuries.
At least we won't have to worry about suffocating.
Okay, so...
Spock, see what you can do with it.
Oh, got it.
Fascinating. If the Federation language studies were correct, the ideograph for the word scythe in the Lucre's language is the 17th symbol in their alphabet.
So that was, I just wrote down a bunch of numbers.
In base 3.
So I knew one of those had to be something.
Captain, we have a cure for the computer virus.
Well done, Uhura.
I modified Cathral C to exclusively attack the Lucre virus. They annihilated each other, Captain.
Fascinating, Lieutenant.
The Klingons aren't going to be happy to learn that they helped us. How about the phasers and tractor beams?
We may get the tractor beams online in time, Captain. I'm afraid even the backup phaser transmission codes were affected. We could destroy some missiles manually, but if this complex decides to launch more than 10 missiles at a time...
Understood. The ball is in our court. We'll give it our best shot. Kirk out.
Kirk's a bad. He's like, ball's in our court. We'll give it our best shot. Kirk out. Kirk is by far not my favorite captain in Star Trek, but in this game, I have to say, I actually kind of like him in this game. Alright, let's...
This door appears to be very solid.
Very solid, okay.
There are a few stress fractures on this beam, but it still looks to be quite sturdy. This doorway leads to another area of the complex. This panel is designed to receive an ID card to make the door open.
This door is made from remarkably dense alloys. Even our most powerful phaser rifle or welder would not be able to penetrate it.
The thing must be almost as tough as a starship hull.
Indeed, Ensign, and considerably thinner. A remarkable achievement in metallurgical engineering.
So can we do anything with the panel? I guess not. Can I tell Spock to do something with the panel?
My fingers are too large to fit into the slot.
Oh, okay. This way? Let's go this way.
Can't say I like the decor.
The Lucres did not leave behind many examples of their architecture.
I can see why.
This is an ancient laser drill.
Okay.
This room looks like it was once used for some type of mining operation. These are display panels for the laser drill. A closed box sits on the floor. You look but see nothing of note. These are display panels.
These are display panels for the laser drill.
Okay.
They are still functional.
Cool.
A storage box of some kind. I detect no dangerous substances. The drill is unremarkable, except its aiming component is corroded and frozen in place. Unlike the surface rocks, the ore here is unremarkable. Nothing to report.
Spock, just do something. Ooh, laser setting 001. 0, 0, 100. I don't know. Let's do 1. Yay. What did we do?
Unlike the surface rocks, Unlike the surface, Captain, nothing can be gained by trying to force it around. These are display...
Wait, did I try to pick anything up from this box? No? Okay.
You fail to obtain...
Spock, why don't you check out those laser drill controls?
Okay.
Spock, why don't you check out those...
Captain, the machine requests the proper coordinates before it may perform this operation.
Spock, why don't you check out...
The proper coordinates?
Captain, the machine requests the proper...
There is nothing at the moment for me to do there.
Then what are we doing?
There is nothing at the moment for me to...
Nothing happens.
It's not saying nothing happens, but what?
Nothing happens. This room looks like... Nothing happens. You fail to obtain anything. You fail to obtain...
Spock!
These are display panels. These are display... These are display... This is the laser drills control panel. It is functional and power is flowing to it. The drill is unremarkable, except its aiming...
Oh boy.
These are display... This is the laser drill control panel. It is functional and power is flowing to it.
Spock, why don't you check out those lasers?
Captain, the machine requests the proper coordinates before it may perform this operation.
This room looks like...
Okay, I don't... Let's go elsewhere now. Can we get in here? Doesn't seem like we can. What's down this way? Anything? Nothing. Okay. So now we've come to the part where I always come to in these things, where
Captain, nothing can... Captain, the machine requests the proper coordinates before it may perform this operation.
So then, tell it.
This technology is cruder and less efficient than the rest of the complex, Captain. Violence will not solve...
Well, I don't know. I'm trying to...
Unlike the surface rock, the drill is unremarkable. These are display panels. These are display panels. These are display... These are display...
Okay.
These are display panels. Captain, the machine requests the proper coordinates before it may perform this operation.
tapped on that earlier. It didn't do anything? One.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing
Okay.
happens.
Let's see here.
My fingers are too large.
I don't think my phaser will do a lot of good, sir.
This panel has a slot in it rather than a keypad. The slot bears traces of triphosphorus silver, and power is currently running to it. I am recording the pattern of this lock into my tricorder. Captain, with the 3K AG content of the surface rocks and the tricorder scan of the pattern inside the lock, I believe the laser drill can be used to fashion the ID card needed
I knew there
to
was
open
something.
this door.
I knew there was something with that.
I used the key card pattern scanned from the lock to program the drill. It should now be able to make a template of the key card in the rock.
Like, it's like the littlest of... Now, Kirk?
Spock, why don't you check out?
Oh, okay, so there we go. Now can we put this down?
Spock, why don't you check it?
Too high a setting, Captain. The laser drill vaporized the rock.
So good, we gotta go back and get more rocks.
You fail to... You fail to obtain...
Dude, that sound is crazy.
You retrieve a rock.
Okay. So we'll go down to setting, see what happens. I should... No, I think you only grab one at a time, actually. Let's say I think I should have grabbed 2 sets of rocks just in case.
Spock, why don't you check out those?
So that by Jove, I think you got it. Good job, Mr. Spock.
This appears to be the brain of Scythe. There are 2 identical but isolated computers that communicate with a third, which controls the launch of missiles.
Okay.
This computer controls the launch of missiles. It is directly controlled by the other computers. This computer is marked with the last letter of the Lucre alphabet. This computer is marked with the first letter of the Lucre alphabet. This computer is marked with the last letter of the Lucre alphabet. Missiles of death and destruction The Lucre believed that you could never have enough of them.
Oh, very nice.
This door is marked with a radiation hazard symbol.
This computer is functional and performing an average 0.75 million operations per second. This computer is functional and performing an average 1.2 million operations per second. A crude uranium-235 nuclear device with lithium beryllium shells to increase heavy particle fallout.
Ooh.
Readings indicate an extremely high radiation level beyond those doors. It would be fatal to proceed beyond them.
Okay.
Mr. Spock, why don't you take a look at those computers?
Get it, Mr. Spock.
Welcome to Side Operations Center, Omega Unit. Estimated time to optimal launch range is 1.31 hours adjusted.
This computer doesn't have a keyboard. Mr. Spock, why don't you
You know, there's just something to these old-timey games that frustrate the heck, and yet are so nice.
Welcome to Side
Wish I could just
Operations
customize
Center,
my crew a
Alpha
little bit
Unit.
more.
Estimated time to optimal launch range is 3.21 hours adjusted.
Captain, something is wrong with the computers. They may be twins, but they are not identical.
It appears they are out of sync, Captain. I have to assume the Alpha unit has a virus, which is using up an incredible amount of computing time.
They report different optimum launch times, which is right.
Given the elliptical orbit and the range at which they will pass Proxtree, the Omega unit is correct, but the window is very narrow. A variation of minutes will mean the missiles run out of fuel and fall harmlessly into the sun.
Can you reprogram the Lucre's computer to give us that time, Mr. Spock?
Reprogramming an old alien computer is not simple, Captain. The odds against success are 10,221 to 1 against.
Too bad old Omega here couldn't just take a sick day and miss the firing.
Because the two machines are isolated, the virus did not spread from one to the other.
If we could only bridge them.
Okay. I mean, there's a wire.
The connector snaps into place.
Mr. Spock, why don't you take a look at them?
Welcome to Side Operations Center, Omega Unit. Estimated time to optimal launch range is 1.54 hours adjusted.
The launched missiles will run out of fuel before they reach Proxtree. They will drift into the sun and burn up.
Okay, cool.
Kirk to Enterprise, how are the transporters, Scotty?
They're operational again, Captain. We're ready to bring you back at any time.
Bring us home.
Okay.
Message from Starfleet.
On screen, Lieutenant.
We have read your report on the problems at Proxima 3 and evaluate your performance at 96%.
96.
You and your crew received 3 commendation points. The top brass at Starfleet are impressed. Outstanding work, Jim.
Hard to believe that Earth came so close to the brink itself.
Vulcans, too. Both, in the end, looked into the abyss and came to the only logical conclusion.
Logic? Humans? I'm dreaming, Jim.
Sometimes it is harder and braver to make peace rather than war.
Sounds like emotion had its part to play in a positive sense, too.
I don't know about you, but I'd like to bid an emotional goodbye to Alpha Proxima myself.
Take us out of orbit, Mr. Sulu.